Tokyo is one of the greatest cities in the world, and you can see from these opening images, it's an amazing place. It has a large shrine right in the center of the city, and that's what I want to introduce to you. This is Meiji Shrine, and it was created in the early 20th century after the Emperor Meiji died. Most shrines in Japan are older, such as this one in Kyoto, the topic of my second book, but it has auxiliary shrines. It has a warning for people at certain ages that you need to have a ritual. But the idea of a ritual, such as we see here with the man coming out of the shrine and bowing, and a woman also behind him bowing, that connects people in a very stylized and symbolic way to a shrine. You can be connected by your car, as this Maserati is parked underneath a changing tree, or by members of your community, such as these little girls being led away from the shrine in their finest, one wearing a Japanese style, one wearing a Korean style, and that's a new thing in Japan. You also find shrines that accommodate large numbers of people, such as Meiji Shrine. And people are being guarded by the attendants. They're supposed to bow twice, then clap their hands twice, and then bow once. But few people know that this is the way the shrine authorities expect, so they are free-form in their approach to the deities. You might watch this woman and her granddaughter in front of the shrine. They're very well synchronized. And there's the attendant watching the people, keeping them in line, scolding them if they get out of line. But looking inside the shrine, you see one lone attendant, one priest, who is waiting for a performer to do his thing. So we'll follow this guy with the hat, and he'll say a few words to you about Meiji Shrine. All right, so here we are at Meiji Shrine, Meiji Jingu, which is a word that means a major shrine in Japan. And this is a shrine that was established to honor the Emperor Meiji. Formed a big committee to bring in all these different trees from all over Japan and to create this wooded environment at the edge of Tokyo at that time. Well, today Meiji Shrine is surrounded by Tokyo, and it's a political shrine. It is a shrine dedicated to the state, to the imperial movement that was very popular at that time, and which was responsible in some ways for World War II. People who come here don't think about that and bow and pray to the spirit of the emperor, who is a human being like you or me. So I tend not to bow to the emperor at Meiji Shrine, but it's a fascinating place to see all kinds of activities such as marriages, bow and arrow demonstrations, people wearing kimono that I'm looking at over the shoulder of the videographer, and to see them interacting with what they consider to be the tradition of Shintō. These little five-sided wooden plaques carry the messages from the visitor to the deities. And sometimes they're very funny, and sometimes they're in other languages, or they're very sincere, but you always see them at shrines. They're called emma. Weddings are a big moneymaker for shrines and generate on the average of $10,000 to $20,000 per wedding. So you can see how this joining of two families is a very important part of Japanese society and brings together a number of forces, including social status. Having your wedding at Meiji Shrine on Culture Day is a big deal. So I've been seeing weddings throughout my career, and also how a shrine attracts ikebana as a symbol of its association with the natural world. But the shrine is also proud of attracting a large number of people from children in their kimonos to a guy in his leather jacket to these women that you see at the gate who probably came to the shrine in their kimono when they were young girls. And that is the future of Shinto. It's not really a strong religion, but it is a religion that brings people together and helps them understand the world.